What's going on, everybody? It's Omar here. 10 plus years in the state of New Jersey, helping a lot of New Jersey homeowners go solar. And I just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of an electric bill review that I do just to help people understand what the savings looks like before you go solar. Because a lot of people just go solar because they heard their friend did it or what have you. But I just wanted to show you exactly what the savings looks like. And this is a PSE&G bill, but you could do this for Atlantic City Electric, JCP&L, or PSE&G. The math works the same, but this is a quick and simple breakdown so you could just see apples to apples. So the first thing you want to do with any electric bill is just to see how much you're currently paying per kilowatt hour right now. And the way you do that is you just take the dollar amount that you paid for your electricity and you divide it by how many kilowatt hours you use for that month. So for this specific customer, they pay $333. Now this is 2 months right here, but the math is going to work the same because it's 2 months of charges divided by 2 months of usage. We don't have to divide it by two or anything like that. But $333, I already plugged it into my calculator, and I'll show you how the numbers break down here in a second. But $333 divided by your usage of 1268, 1268. All right. So that's the only numbers you're going to need for the electric bill right now. There's other things that you need to be aware of on your electric bill, like third-party providers, but we could jump into that later. So that $333 divided by 268, it's going to give you a decimal of a point 0.2 something, 0.29, 0.26 something. But that's going to be the rate you're paying towards for the utility company, to the utility company. And this specific customer is paying 29 cents a kilowatt hour. Let me make sure I put that in right. 333, 1268. Yep, they're paying 29 cents per kilowatt hour right now, which is about right. That's what most people are paying after the rate hikes. And this is not even summer yet. We haven't even gotten to summer. With PSEG and a lot of utility companies, the more you use, the more you're going to be paying for your electricity. So this could very easily bump up to 30, 32, 33 cents during the summer times. Plus they're using more electricity. And that's why you get those crazy big bills, right? More electricity, higher costs. So PSEG, they're paying 29 cents a kilowatt hour, and we have their current rate. Now with solar, the main product that I focus on is called a PPA or a power purchase agreement. Again, each situation is different for everybody, but with a PPA, you're simply just buying the cheaper electricity that's produced from the solar panels. And you could typically get that rate at around 16 cents per kilowatt hour just beginning, right? So you're basically going from an effective rate of 29 cents a kilowatt hour from the utility company down to 16 cents for the solar electricity. So that comes out to a savings of around 13 cents per kilowatt hour, right? Now, some people might say, oh, 13 cents doesn't sound like a lot. But what you need to do is multiply that times thousands of kilowatt hours over months and years, right? So that 13 cents per kilowatt hour actually translates to 175 a month for this specific electric bill. But remember, it's two months rolled into one, so you divide that 175 by two. That's actually their monthly savings of maybe like $85, which is still really good. Okay, so $85. And again, these numbers will have to be divided by two, but this is 2 months of savings for this specific customer, right? So an annual saving of about $1,050 for the first year. But look, this is what happens over time, and this is where the power and the magic of solar happens. Because if you lock in your rate, you're going to still have the same monthly payment of, for this customer, what is it? The new monthly payment would have been 193 divided by two. So basically $100, just under $100 for their solar bill. Whilst in year 10, they're going to be starting at $250. I'm sorry, $523 for the 2 months. Yeah, so 523 divided by two, roughly 250, right? While it says solar, they're still going to be at 193. But these numbers are basically divided by two, right? I can't keep dividing it every single time I show you. But basically, this is the difference. And then in year 25, it's where it gets crazy. A lot of people don't believe or think that the electricity costs can potentially go up that high. But let's just say the dollar's weaker, economic things happen, and this is how much it costs for your actual electricity. This is what it's pacing for if the utility company keeps going up 4% a year. And this is really conservative, really, because you could probably argue that over the last 3 years, the rate of increase has probably been closer to like 7 or 8%, right? So the numbers really change after that. But that's what you're protecting yourself from. The utility company just saying, hey, we want to raise our rate 7, 10, 20% this year, because with solar you'll have a locked in rate, which is where the power is. Okay, so let's just go back to conservative numbers, because if it gets too big, you just won't believe me. But 25-year total savings of $125,000 if the person locks in their rate at 16 cents, as opposed to getting it from 29 cents from PSEG or their utility company, whichever one you have. Okay, the only caveat I'll add is that 0% is good, right? We can typically get that if you don't have any home improvements. But let's just say you need a new roof to go solar, right? What we could do is just add like a 2.9% escalator to cover the cost of the roof. It's still going to be a lower rate increase than if you just stayed with the utility company at their 4 to 7% rates, and we're getting you a new roof at the meantime. Okay, and this is what the graph looks like visually if you're going solar, right? So the utility company keeps going up for their 5, 6, 7% a year, whatever they may choose, while solar is just staying flat in terms of your monthly payment. Okay, that's just, if it's at 2.9%, it'll go up a little bit, but not as much as the utility company. If we manage to get it at 0%, right, it doesn't go up at all, but it's just going to go. It's that gap between what you're paying with the utility company and what you're paying with solar, that gap just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Some other cool features of this program is you literally don't have to pay anything upfront or out of pocket to go solar. The only thing you'll actually be paying is that 13 cents a kilowatt hour, and the whole system is maintained for you for 25 years. A lot of people ask about like the roof connection, like when the solar connects to the roof, you have these penetrations, right? That needs to be warranted for 25 years. There's a lot of companies that'll just do it for 10 years, and then after 10 years, if anything leaks or happens, it'll be on you. But one of the cool things about the companies that I work with is that they'll warranty it for 25 years. So that's why they need to do a good physical inspection before the solar panels actually get installed. All right, guys. So I hope that makes sense to you. If not, leave a comment or a question down, your questions in the comments below. I'll be able to answer those for you as soon as I can. And if you want your free custom design, just click this link in the calculator. I'll leave a link to the calculator in case you want to just do this math by yourself on your own electric bill. And I'll just leave a link directly to this form where you could just check what your savings would look like. Basically, just answer some quick questions about yourself, and then we'll be able to reach out to you and schedule like a complimentary design so you can see what your specific savings looks like, and put in your number. We'll reach out to you. Pretty straightforward, guys. If you guys appreciated this video, just hit the like button, leave your questions down in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. All right, guys. See you later. See you later.